Hello and welcome to another video from Newhomeshistorian, and in this film I'm going to take you on a journey through one of the most unique villages being built in the UK today. This is the story of Graven Hill, once a bustling army base, now a home for budding self-builders. The site, Graven Hill, lies in the area of Bicester in Oxfordshire. This was a former army base. It was built in 1943 as an MOD depot, and Graven Hill was operated by a mix of soldiers and auxiliary territorial staff known as PTS. During the 1940s and 50s, most of the staff were housed in temporary missile pods, until the later barracks were built, known as St David's Barracks, and they were built in 1958. The site became COD Bicester, and it was the main UK depot for the army, supplying all sorts of different equipment to the front line. The depot was also known for a cutting-edge railway system that linked up the nearby army base at Arncott. In 1999, the depot became known as the Defence Storage and Distribution Centre. Over the years, the site evolved into various different things, including in 2013 it became a bomb disposal training base. The Pioneer Regiment had called Graven Hill home since the 1940s, and it was disbanded, and that was quickly filled by the 1 Regiment RLC. The 1 Regiment was moved from Germany to Graven Hill, and they're still operational to this day. Eventually, part of the site was sold to Graven Hill Development Company, and the entire site is due to be dissolved by 2028. Graven Hill is set in the area of Bicester, and Bicester is what is known as a garden town. It's got great links to the M40, makes it a great place to settle, and this is the home of the first self-build UK community. And when I say community, I mean lots and lots of self-build houses. Sitting at 188 hectares, Graven Hill is the ultimate self-build mecca. The finished village will have up to 1,900 homes, with a mix of starter homes, self-build homes with various options of customisation. Phase 1 of Graven Hill was started in 2015 with the demolition of several buildings. This also made way for a collection of pioneering self-builders. The journey of these self-builders was featured in Channel 4's Grand Designs programme with Kevin MacLeod. This concept was the brainchild of Sherwell District Council And instead of selling parcels of land off to mass developers, as we've seen on the nearby Kingsmere estate, the council have given the opportunity for people to build their own homes, and this was more evident when they set up the Graven Hill Development Company. One of the amazing things about Graven Hill was the fact that it was already an established MOD base and all of the landscaping was in place, so this made it the perfect place to build a new village. The Graven Hill Development Company, or known as GHDC, opened a plot shop in the nearby town of Bicester to allow people to plan and customise their potential new home. The planning process behind building your own self-build property couldn't be simpler. You get a plot passport that tells you everything you need to know about your plot. GHDC just inform you of all the design codes and the building regulations for the site. One thing that really infuriates self-builders is the planning process. GHDC wanted the planning process to be as easy as possible. And if you apply for planning, it usually takes just 28 days. Unlike normal sites, that is likely to be 8 to 13 weeks. Graven Hill have found different ways for you to purchase your new home with various options like these. The golden brick option includes the plot price, the cost of the groundwork and services. This also implicates paying VAT on this stage of the build. Then you're ready to build. You also have the option of mix and matching. This is between self-build and custom build. This includes the foundations, and with this option you're more likely to gain more equity on the property. The great thing about Graven Hill is you get the choice of how you want your home to be. You can have a brand new home from design and build, or you can potentially have one of the custom built houses that Graven Hill build and customise that to your own taste. There are so many options at Graven Hill. The design code for Graven Hill is set out long before a brick is even laid, so your architect has a full brief of what is expected. It's really important that the homes at Graven Hill are as sustainable as possible, and the design code sets out certain parameters for energy efficiency, such as every home must have thermal energy U values. They must have thermal bridges, windows must have U and G values, and the property is tested for air leakage. They must have a low to medium risk of overheating and installed with low energy lighting. It is encouraged that most properties should have solar panels. Your new home should be as self-sufficient as possible. rules at Graven Hill are very simple. Once your plot has been reserved and you have your plot passport, you have 5 months to submit a planning application, and in this time you can find your architect and design your dream home in accordance to the design code of that particular area. Once the planning application has been submitted, the GHDC make a decision in just 1 month. Once the contract's been signed, you have just 24 months to build your dream home, but this does not include the foundation construction that will be with the golden brick option. What you build and where you build it really depends on what character area your plot falls into. These unique character areas include the village centre, the tree-lined boulevard, community streets, urban lanes, circular railway, swale parks, rural lanes, meadows, woods and allotments. Each character area offers a choice of elevations, be it brick, render or timber boarding. There will also be options on what kind of roof shapes that you can have, but also there are particular areas where anything goes, where you can get a rich mix of architecture. But it is all in the detail with these houses at Graven Hill. We will look at each different area in a little bit more detail in future episodes. The exciting concept of Graven Hill was unleashed on the UK public on Thursday the 4th of April 2019 on Channel 4. It was titled Grand Designs The Street. The series focused on 10 budding self-builders that pioneered this amazing and unique village. Episode 1 of the series featured Terry and Olwyn, who intended to retire to Graven Hill alongside their friend Lynn, who was also building on the street. Terry and Olwyn rewarded themselves with a 3-bedroom Mediterranean style home for just $275,000. Work started in April 2017 and was completed in September 2018. The couple's house really set the scene at Graven Hill with its soaring mono-pitch like a huge wedge of cheese. Episode 2 features Lynn, and she made the transition between a quaint cottage to a cutting-edge house in Graven Hill. This house really pushed Lynn to her limits, and building a house of this scale was never going to be an easy affair. Her friendship between Terry and Olwyn became very strained at times as Terry was helping Lynn build her home, but time constraints meant he was neglecting his own home and his own build schedule. It was sad to see that Lynn had many problems during her build. She overcame them at a great cost, but she was rewarded with the most unique looking house. Lynn's house was very unique in many ways, as it had an oast house style roundel protruding from the roof, which really made it look unique. Lynn built the house for $400,000, and this is a 3-bedroom home. Lynn started this build in April 2017, and by now I think it should be complete. Episode 3 featured young self-builders Jack and Hannah, who were first-time buyers, and this was definitely a bold move. Jack was a budding DIYer and actually designed this house, and he also built every single inch of it. The couple were very salvage savvy and saved money along the way by collecting things from skips. Jack has always been helping others along the Graven Hill journey, and being a budding DIYer was always keen to help anyone who's having any trouble. Jack and Hannah built this 3-bedroom grey contemporary home for just $281,000, and work started in July 2016 and was completed in December 2017. The village of Graven Hill really is unique, so don't forget to join us next time where we explore and follow the story of Graven Hill, coming soon to Newhomeshistorian. Please like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps us. Thank you very much for watching.